Have you ever felt like you didn't quite fit into the expectations society set for you? Like the world was trying to force you into a role? Loud, dominant, always in the spotlight. When deep down, you knew that wasn't your path. If so, you might be walking the path of the Sigma male. Today, we are diving deep into Sigma versus Alpha, decoding the differences. By the end of this, you'll not only understand what separates the Sigma from the Alpha, but you'll also realize why embracing your Sigma nature is a powerful and rare path to mastery. This is the key difference between the Sigma male and the Alpha male. One thrives within the pack, the other outside of it. The Alpha seeks leadership and status, commanding attention wherever he goes. The Sigma, however, moves in silence, neither seeking nor rejecting authority, but mastering his own path. He doesn't chase approval, yet still draws admiration. He walks alone not because he has to, but because he chooses to. This is what sets the Sigma male apart. Let's begin. 1. Leadership style. Silent versus dominant. Every hero's journey begins with a choice. Follow the crowd or forge your own path. The Alpha male rises by dominating the pack, asserting his leadership, taking control, and rallying others under his command. He thrives in hierarchy, leading from the front, making sure his presence is always known. His confidence is loud. His power is external. Alphas tend to be more extroverted, traditional, and aggressive, thriving in social settings and commanding attention effortlessly. But the Sigma male? He leads in a different way, in silence. He has no need to command others. Instead, he moves strategically, influencing without words, leading not by force, but by example. His leadership is subtle, yet undeniable. Others watch him, admire him, and even follow him, not because he demands it, but because his presence speaks for itself. Sigmas usually keep to themselves, think outside the box, and have a calm, composed disposition. Both Alphas and Sigmas are great leaders, courageous, and highly motivated to achieve their goals. But while Alphas thrive within structures and seek dominance over others, Sigmas will do anything to achieve their goals, bending the rules, adapting to challenges, and mastering their environment without needing external validation. 2. Social hierarchy. Lone wolf versus pack leader. In every story, there's a place for the king. The Alpha male takes the throne, ruling over his kingdom. He enjoys status, hierarchy, and control. But the Sigma male has no need for a throne. He is the lone wolf, the rogue warrior, the wanderer who walks freely, untethered by the expectations of a group. While the Alpha thrives within structure, the Sigma moves outside of it, bending the rules to fit his own way of life. He answers to no one, and that, in itself, gives him power. Sigma males often possess strong self-confidence, which is why they don't feel the need to be at the center of attention. Unlike the Alpha, who enjoys recognition and influence over others, the Sigma doesn't seek approval or validation. He is comfortable in his own skin, content with his own path, and completely in control of his own destiny. 3. Social interaction. Reserved versus charismatic. Picture an Alpha male in a room, laughing loudly, dominating conversations, shaking hands with everyone in sight. He is naturally charismatic, thriving in social settings, making his presence felt. Alphas rely on having a big circle of friends and followers, drawing energy from social interaction and maintaining a broad network of connections. Now, picture the Sigma male, calm, collected, observing. He doesn't speak unless he has something valuable to say. His words are measured, impactful, making people listen when he finally does speak. While the Alpha enjoys being the loudest in the room, the Sigma understands the power of silence. Sigma males tend to have a very small circle of close friends, and those who aren't in a Sigma's exclusive group tend to know very little about them. They are highly selective with whom they let into their world, valuing quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. While an Alpha thrives in constant interaction, a Sigma finds peace in his own solitude, preferring deep, meaningful connections over superficial socializing. And in that silence, he holds more weight than words ever could. 4. Validation and approval. Self-sufficient versus externally motivated. The alpha male thrives on recognition. He wants to be admired, respected, followed. His energy feeds off of the approval of others, using it as fuel to keep moving forward. Why? Because alphas are natural leaders within social hierarchies. Their strength, confidence, and dominance are reinforced by the admiration of their peers. Being recognized solidifies their position at the top. It confirms their power and influence. The Sigma male, he doesn't need it. His validation comes from within. He does not seek applause, nor does he care for the opinions of the crowd. He moves with confidence, not because the world approves of him, but because he approves of himself. He knows the work he puts in, the sacrifices he makes, and the goals he's chasing. He has no need to be admired because admiration doesn't fuel him. His vision does. While the alpha builds his status through recognition, the Sigma builds his success in silence. He works alone with no need to announce his progress. That's why people often think he's an overnight success when he finally achieves something. They never saw the late nights, the quiet grind, the disciplined effort behind the scenes. He was moving in silence without anyone knowing. And by the time they realize what he's built, it's already too late to catch up. 5. Conflict handling. Strategic versus confrontational. Every hero faces a battle. The alpha male charges in, ready to dominate, proving his strength through aggression and direct confrontation. His power is force. He thrives in taking control of situations, asserting dominance, and making sure others recognize his authority. But what happens when the alpha tries to control a Sigma? The Sigma male is different. He cannot be controlled, pressured, or forced into submission. Unlike others who either submit to the alpha or try to challenge him directly, the Sigma simply refuses to play the game. He will not fight for dominance because he does not need dominance to validate himself. This frustrates the alpha, who is used to opposition but not indifference. How does an alpha handle conflict with a Sigma? When an alpha confronts a Sigma, he expects a response, whether it's submission or a direct challenge. But when the Sigma remains calm, unaffected, and detached, it throws the alpha off balance. The alpha thrives on power dynamics, yet the Sigma does not engage. He doesn't challenge authority because he simply doesn't acknowledge it. The alpha might try to assert control, to provoke, to push the Sigma into reacting. But the Sigma does something unexpected. He walks away, not out of fear, but out of disinterest. The Sigma sees no value in pointless battles, in wasted energy, in proving himself to someone who is already caught in a cycle of validation seeking. Sigmas avoid conflict whenever possible. Sigmas avoid conflict not because they are weak, but because they see it as inefficient. They dislike unnecessary drama and will almost always choose to disengage rather than escalate a situation. They know that most battles in life are not worth fighting, and they focus their energy only on things that truly matter. But does this mean a Sigma will always walk away? What happens if a Sigma is truly pushed to his limits? The Sigma's patience is vast, but not infinite. If someone truly pushes him to his limits, if he is backed into a corner, he will act, but not in the way people expect. Unlike the alpha, who fights head-on, the Sigma fights on his own terms. He will not engage in a reckless battle, but he will strike with precision and purpose. If forced into a conflict, he will use his intelligence, strategy, and unpredictability to win in a way that the alpha never saw coming. A Sigma does not fight to prove a point. He does not fight to gain dominance. He fights to end the conflict permanently. And when that happens, he never loses. 6. Adaptability. Observer versus commander. While the alpha seeks to control his surroundings, the Sigma learns to adapt to them. He is fluid, flexible, able to move between worlds without losing himself. In an unfamiliar situation, the alpha takes charge, but the Sigma takes notes. He watches, learns, understands before making his move. He does not rush into leadership, but when he does act, it is precise and calculated. Sigma males are often highly adaptable. thriving in a variety of environments due to their introverted nature and ability to operate independently. They don't rely on a structured hierarchy or social validation to feel secure. Instead, they remain self-sufficient, adjusting their approach based on the situation without compromising who they are. Another significant advantage of the Sigma male is his ability to avoid the conflicts and power struggles that alpha males often face. While alphas frequently find themselves in battles for dominance, competing for leadership, recognition, and control, the Sigma moves outside of these dynamics entirely. He sidesteps unnecessary confrontation, effortlessly navigating challenges without getting caught in ego-driven disputes. This ability to observe, adapt, and move in silence is what makes the Sigma truly unstoppable. 7. Attention and popularity. Mysterious versus outspoken. The alpha male loves the spotlight. He thrives in it, drawing energy from being seen, heard, and admired. He actively seeks attention, using his charisma and presence to command the room. The Sigma male? He does the opposite. He stays in the background, moving in silence, unnoticed, until it's time to make his presence known. And when he does, people listen. Unlike the alpha, who demands attention, the Sigma attracts it effortlessly. He doesn't need to speak the loudest or take center stage. His strong self-confidence radiates from within, and people sense it. They are drawn to his calm, unshakable presence, even if they can't quite explain why. A Sigma male's body language, steady gaze, and quiet composure create an aura of mystery and authority. Without trying, he commands respect. People instinctively recognize his value, not because he tells them, but because they can feel it. 8. Relationships and attraction. Elusive versus charismatic. The alpha male is bold, charming, and magnetic, effortlessly drawing attention wherever he goes. He enjoys the chase, thrives in social settings, and knows how to attract women with confidence and status. His natural charisma makes him highly sought after, and he actively pursues relationships, often enjoying the thrill of winning a woman's affection. But the Sigma male? He is the mystery that women want to solve. He doesn't chase, he disappears, only to be sought after. His independence, his quiet confidence, his unwillingness to conform, that is what makes him irresistible. While the alpha is loud and dominant, the Sigma's silence and unpredictability create an allure that intrigues and fascinates. He is the type of man that women can't quite figure out, which only makes them more drawn to him. What happens when they're in a relationship? The alpha is a natural leader and protector, often taking the dominant role in a relationship. He enjoys being admired and respected by his partner, and his presence is often larger than life. He expects loyalty and attention, and his relationships are often built on status, power, and social validation. However, because he thrives on external approval, his need for admiration can sometimes create insecurities if he doesn't feel appreciated enough. The Sigma, on the other hand, is self-sufficient and emotionally independent. He does not need validation from his partner to feel secure, nor does he crave constant attention. He values depth and authenticity in a relationship, preferring a partner who respects his solitude and individuality. Unlike the alpha, who enjoys being in control, the Sigma doesn't try to dominate his partner. He simply exists as his best self, and that is enough. His mysterious nature can make relationships intense and deeply emotional, but he also has no problem walking away if the connection no longer serves him. One key difference between the Sigma and Alpha is that the Sigma is perfectly fine staying single for long periods of time. While the Alpha often seeks relationships to enhance his social standing or fulfill his need for admiration, the Sigma sees relationships as secondary to his personal growth. A Sigma male doesn't need to date to feel complete. If he is not in a relationship, he is not desperately searching for one. Instead, he is building his skills, working on his goals, and improving himself. He may disappear from the dating scene entirely for months or even years, only to return stronger, smarter, and more accomplished. This ability to prioritize self-mastery over relationships makes the Sigma even more desirable because he is not chasing. He becomes the one women chase. 9. Work and success. Independent versus team-oriented. The alpha male is a leader in structured environments, excelling in teams, commanding respect in corporate settings. He rises through hierarchies, gaining influence through charisma, authority, and dominance. But the sigma male, he thrives alone. Entrepreneur, freelancer, strategist. He builds his empire on his own terms. His success is his own, crafted through discipline and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Unlike the alpha, who finds his power within hierarchies, the sigma operates outside of them, creating his own rules and defining his own version of success. In terms of dominance level, the sigma male would traditionally be ranked second, right below the alpha. However, this placement is misleading because sigmas exist outside the hierarchy altogether. While alphas command leadership and betas follow, the sigma chooses neither path. He walks alone. Research within the masculinist subculture, including perspectives from Beale and other thinkers, suggests that sigmas possess a unique balance of alpha and beta traits. Like alphas, they are highly capable, intelligent, and confident. But unlike alphas, they do not seek leadership for power's sake. Instead, they pursue autonomy, mastery, and self-sufficiency. This outsider status is what makes sigmas uniquely successful. They do not chase recognition, yet they achieve incredible results. They do not demand respect, yet they earn it effortlessly. While alphas thrive on dominance, sigmas thrive on competence and adaptability, making them some of the most effective and unconventional leaders in society. 10. Emotional control. Silent strength versus expressive confidence. The alpha is bold, expressive, and unafraid to show confidence, excitement, or even aggression. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, making it easy for others to read him. His body language, tone, and facial expressions clearly communicate his thoughts and intentions. The sigma? He is unreadable. Calm, composed, never rattled. He processes emotions internally, using them as fuel rather than letting them control him. While others react, he remains steady. This makes sigmas much harder to read than alphas. Since they don't openly express their emotions, people often find them mysterious, unpredictable, and even intimidating. With an alpha, you can usually tell what he's thinking, whether he's excited, frustrated, or in control. But with a sigma, you're left guessing. His stoic nature and lack of external reaction keep people wondering, making it difficult for anyone to truly understand what's going on inside his mind. And that's exactly how he likes it. Conclusion. While the alpha and sigma have very different approaches to life, they are not natural enemies. In fact, an alpha male and a sigma male can certainly be best friends. The alpha may find it challenging to understand the sigma because the sigma can't be controlled or led, which goes against the alpha's natural instincts. However, when mutual respect is established, these two personalities can complement each other well, one leading the pack, the other moving independently but with equal strength. It's important to remember that while the terms alpha male and sigma male are often used in discussions about social hierarchies, they represent different personality traits rather than fixed categories. Both types are strong, capable, and driven, but they navigate the world in distinct ways. Did you recognize yourself in this? Or do you have a different perspective on the alpha and sigma dynamic? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Next episode, we'll explore the rise of the sigma male in modern society. Don't miss it. Like and subscribe now. See you soon.